Alright, part two. Speak on black women, why they get bad reps. Just got finished speaking on black men. Now it's time to get to the black women, please. I love y'all. I don't dislike y'all. I love y'all. But there's just things that we have to touch on, and I'm gonna let it be known. So this is not again. This is not a diss. This is a public service announcement. Okay, one thing why black women get bad reps for is probably their dating habits. Their dating. A lot of women go out just to go out for a free meal, and when it shouldn't even be like that, you should get to know the dude, because a lot of y'all don't even want to get to know women. I mean, know men or women, whatever you prefer, but because you don't give anybody a chance, or you just looking for a free meal. You know, you holler at some guys because you bored and stuff like that, and then you wonder why a lot of women don't go on dates, or people ain't taking them out, because guys are looking for somebody that they want to know. They don't want to spend all their money on somebody that they only gonna see just one time. And if you and also with sisters, you have to understand that you have to it's not all about you, about everything. I mean, if a woman, the dating habits, you have women that you on a date with them, and then all of a sudden they on their cell phone, they texting. I was out with a chick before a couple years ago. This girl was went to the movies. This girl was texting the whole damn. I mean, basically the time the movie. I think this was like. I think we went to see. I think the movie Armored. I think that was the name of the movie, Armored, with Matt Dillon, Columbus Short, Lawrence Fishburne, and went there. And then most of the time she was texting and shit like that, and I'm like, yo, like what the fuck? But that's one way. Another one why black women is, again, these books, Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, these women are from Mars, or whatever the fuck it is, women from Venus, men are from Mars, women from Venus. These men are so dumb. Why are men dumb and women smart? These Terry McMillan books, these I Still Got a Groove Back, these Maya Angelou books, Phenomenal Woman. All these books giving y'all bad reps because it's like they feeding you bullshit. Now, nothing is wrong with a woman that wants to do her own thing and confidence, but nothing wrong with a woman having confidence, but don't be cocky with the shit. Don't just be like, yeah, I know I'm all that. Have that confidence that you don't need to say that you all that. Just have the confidence in that shit. Don't just be like, oh yeah, I know I'm all that. I know I look good. That's why you with me. I know I look good. You the best. I'm the best thing you ever gonna be with. You know, it's women that say shit like that. And it's like, yo, slow that shit down. Slow that shit down. If you was really all that, you would be with somebody by now. So since you ain't with nobody, god damn it, slow that shit down. Slow it down. So with black women, they have a tendency of their independence is really what fucks them up too. Your independence really it scares men away. Nothing wrong with getting your own thing, getting your job, a career and stuff like that, but when you throw that shit in a man's face like he's nothing and shit, never do that, because that's gonna be one reason why you can't find a man, because you throw your accomplishment in somebody's face. I know some men, I know you probably will say, well, you know, if he's a real man, he wouldn't let that get to me. And you're right, but you have to understand why some men, when you keep throwing it at their faces, it's a breaking point to it that he might come to a point where he gonna whoop your ass. So you gotta slow it down. You gotta, y'all, these books, these Terry McMillans, these Toni Morrisons, just giving all these women like, yeah, go with a younger dude and just basically throw shit on these. And also too, what they do, another bad rep women have too, is their attitudes. Black women of any race have the worst attitudes. They have the worst attitudes. It's to a point, an attitude will make and break a relationship, will make and break a friendship, will make and break anything. Because you could come up to some black women. You could come up, I'm not going to say most, but I'm not going to say all, I'll say most. You come up to most black women and their defenses is up. Their defense like, oh, what you want? Why you coming up to me? What kind of, why you want to talk to me? What's your point? So you gotta watch out for that. Their defenses is up. You like, whoa, you already got a fucking shield on you. I'm just, damn, calm down. Shit, fuck. So it's like not too many times you have a conversation with one without one being rude, man. It's like, no matter how nice you are, it pays. As I talked about in the Black Men video, sometimes it doesn't pay to be nice to women. So another reason why black women have a bad rep is because you date the wrong type of dudes and you have kids by them. A single motherhood is a bad rep for black women because you have sex with a dude, most probably somebody you might not know or somebody you know, and then you have a kid and then shit change. It doesn't work out. But when it doesn't work out, then every man that's follow him, you wanna throw negative shit because your past. You throw the past to every present dude that comes up to you when you shouldn't at all. It's just like every dude, the present guys do not have shit to do with what the fuck you've been through. You can deal with the nicest guy in the world and that shit still wouldn't be it still wouldn't be good enough for you. It's just like, well, a guy can be nice, charming, do what he gotta do, but then you so used to what you've been through in the past that you don't give him a chance. It's just like, well, y'all all the same, so, and not every man is the same. I'm sorry, I hear this from a lot of black women. They think every black man is the same, and it's not true. It is not true at all. We are not all the same. We are not douchebag, sitting outside the liquor store, fucking every female, having all these kids, and all of a sudden you the one that have all the kids. You have, a lot of them have kids by random dudes and shit like that, but then they mad, and then all of a sudden they want to get mad at the men that comes up to them, like, oh, I done been through so much shit, but you got to understand, you choose to be this. Your mind thinking wanted you to have these kids, to go through this bullshit from this dude. And it's sometimes dudes, you rarely, and also too, with the bad reps, a lot of black women have kids by different dudes and expect the red carpet to be thrown at them, man, when they shouldn't have to. It's like, man, I'm like, wait a minute, how you gonna want me to throw the red carpet on you, and you got all these kids by these different dudes? It's like you below the totem pole. You not even. What are you bringing to the table besides mouth, bullshit, and incredibility? Nothing. So I have the right not to deal with you if I don't want to. So, but again, they keep reading these books and getting it. Also, too, why black women get a lot of bad reps is because they listen to their homegirls a lot. You never, misery loves company. If your girls ain't got no dude, then they gonna try to do whatever in their power for you not to have one either. They want you to be just as miserable as possible. So, black women, y'all need to limit the type of crowd that you be in, because that can make and break you. So your homegirls, be real close and really just know who you hang out with, who you be with. Don't deal with no ghetto ass homegirls, no loud girls and shit like that. Don't deal with that, because that's gonna fuck you up. Because if she's a hood rat and your homegirls is hood rats, men are gonna think that you a hood rat too. So know the type of people that you hang with, really, because you don't want to be that type. Another bad rep black women have is attention, dressing in these skirts, going having men buy them drinks at the clubs, dressing with the little low cut shirt, dressing in the pants with the little thong out and shit like that. It's just the attention. A lot of black women like attention, but that's women in any race, but especially black women love attention. You see it all the time. You go to a place, it's like 10 degrees and she ain't got no damn coat on and she all out. Women know the type of body that they have. They just want to show it off. It's the attention part, especially with black women. They have this thing about dressing a certain way, and then when you coming up to them, they got an attitude. They're like, why you coming up to me? And then they wonder. My thing is, if you dress like a hoe, I'ma treat you like a hoe. Plain and simple. That's just how it is. If you look like a hoe, I'ma talk to you like a hoe. I'ma just be like, look, how much you cost? Cause what you wearing, it look like you could sell that shit in the streets. So that's how it is. Let me see. What's another way? Another thing why black women get bad reps is probably from their childhood. They're taught at a certain age to act a certain way. Certain mothers that tell them that you look for a person like this, and sometimes their upbringing, sometimes they don't have the father around, and then they might use that crutch to diss all men. They see how their mother was brought up, and then they'll use that within the men that they date, and thinking they're going to do the same thing that their mother do. Because having a father is very crucial in a woman's life, because if she doesn't have a father, then that's going to be rough for her, because you have to have that father to teach you and just tell you how you should treat men and stuff like that, because you can't always rely on just your mother saying that. That's like a mother teaching her son how to be a man. You can't do that. You can't do that. So I just think her upbringing, if she doesn't have a father, she's gonna have a whole new outlook on the men that she's gonna date, because she see how her parents are, and she's gonna do the same thing. They see then they have sisters, and then every one of them will have a kid at a young age, sister after sister after sister after sister, and you see that, and then the youngest one sees that, and then she gonna want to do the same thing because she doesn't feel like she's getting love from the household. That's why a lot of these younger chicks are getting kids, because they don't feel like they're getting loved in the household. So that's a woman's upbringing really gives them a black woman's upbringing, because a lot of black women don't grow up with fathers. So they grow up with their mother, they teach them things, and they have sex all over the place, and that's the only way that they're gonna be feel love. So that's just how it is. We have to, black women, y'all gotta stop it. Y'all gotta stop y'all gotta stop deceiving yourselves for people to love you when you don't have the love that you were supposed to have in a household, but you try to get it from outside love, from guys, and having threesomes and having all these kids, and that's the best way. So stop having these county checks and government bridge cards and all that for the rest of you. I understand if you want to do it to help out, but don't be comfortable in it. Don't be comfortable in having a bridge card and not working and stuff like that. Don't do that. Another reason why black women get bad reps is because they kind of control shit a lot of the time. Black women have bad reps in being controlling, wanting to be the masculine one, just being a masculine one, being the head of the household, and all this other stuff. And when it's not cool, you can't. But black men have to stop letting that shit happen. These role reversals have got to stop. The whole they want to take over a man's position, and men are taking females' position and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's that shit got to change completely too. So it's definitely got to change. Insecurity. Black women have a thing for insecurity. They don't like the way that they look. They're very insecure. They allow any type of praise and stuff like that men give them when you look a certain way. And men have to stop telling what they need to hear. It's like, when black women, y'all need to hear the truth from a real man. I think that's the bit of a problem too. You don't want to take time to hear the total truth. You want to hear a lie, and that's another thing black women got to stop. They got to stop accepting the lies. Stop believing every damn thing, because you know how you are. You know how you look. You know what type of person you are. So you just got to take that in consideration. So that's the type of shit that that I got to say. Black women have also too, what bad rep is that sometimes they want to get married too quickly, depending on the type of age. They get a certain age and they want to say, oh, I want to get married. My clock is ticking. I need to get married real quick. And you should never rush a man to get married. A lot of black women like to rush dudes into getting married. They think a few months to a year you're supposed to get married. It's like, yo, you still trying to get to know this chick. They want to move in. They let their friends say, yo, you should get married. You should get married. How come y'all ain't married? Then you have the family and all this. So that's another reason why. Just wanted to make this. This wasn't as quick video as I thought it was going to be, but when you start to talk, you start to talk. But just wanted to make this video. I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute, man. Peace.